Good morning, Year 6. It is Tuesday, the 30th of June, and today we are looking at forming expressions. So, let's have a look at our first anchor question. So, form the expression from the given inputs. So, we start off with a pictorial, okay? So, let's have a look. So, we've got here one circle, we're calling that A, okay? We're adding 3. So, we've got one circle, which is A, and we're adding 3, so A plus 3. Okay, let's have a look at this one then. So B, and we're adding 3. So that would be B, add 3. And again, we would have a green square here and our 3 triangles. So A, add 3, and B plus 3. Let's have a look here then. Find the missing functions. So A, put it into the machine. What would be in the middle to get A divided by 3? Well, A divided by 3 is 9. Divided by 9, sorry. So 9 division as we are dividing. So A divided by 9 equals A divided by 9. B, bit of a strange one, this one. B, something equals 10B. Well, we now know in formula that if the letters was the number and then a letter together, that means multiplying. So we are timesing by 10. Okay. Let's have a look at the video today that will help you with your learning.
Hello there and welcome back. Today I'm going to look at forming expressions, but before we do, I've got a little bit of a story to tell you. So here's Rosie. Rosie grows 3 centimetres. I want to represent what's just happened. So let's imagine Rosie's height. Here it is. And she grows 3 centimetres. So let's add that 3 centimetres on. So now we've got the total of Rosie's new height, which is her height before, which you don't know, and 3 centimetres that she's grown. So take that model, but let's change the name of Rosie's old height. Let's just call that letter H. We could have used a B, a T, a little symbol. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to call it a H. And the equation for what's just happened is her height plus 3. We've got 2 more stories here. Billy has some frogs, which are going to represent the frogs he's got with the letter F. And then he's going to catch 2 more. And then Sally's got some sweets, which we're going to use the letter S, and she's going to buy 5 more. So can you write those 2 stories as expressions? Pause the video, have a go. Let's have a look then. So let's take that F representing Billy's frogs that he had. And then he gets 2 more, he catches 2 more frogs. So F plus 2 will be our expression. If we could represent that as a bar model, the F represents Billy's frogs, and then it's got 2 more. What about for Sally? Well, we take Sally's sweets that she's got, which we're going to represent using the letter S, and then plus 5 because she buys 5 more. And our bar model is we've got our S, and then we've got 5 more. Now then, we've got a cube here, but like a multilink cube. And we're going to call it, well, we could call it a Y, we could call it an A, but we're going to call it an X. So we've got one X here. We had another cube. Now we have 2 X's. We might get another cube. Now we've got 3 X's. Now we have 4. We could write that as X plus X plus X plus X. But if we write that as, we have 4X. Notice the 4 becomes before the X. 4 lots of X. And we've got a 1 here. We've got another 1. And together we've got 2. So if I was going to total up my X's and my 1's together, I would have 4X plus 2. So then, we've got 2 expressions here. Now, I want you to have a think. using the cubes and the ones, how could you represent these expressions? Pause the video, have a think for yourself first. So, our 3 x's and our 3 ones. And then for 4 plus x, we'd have 4 ones and an x. So then we've got the other way around this time. Could you write these as expressions? Pause the video, have a think for yourself first. Let's have a look then. So this is 2x plus 3. Now on the right, they're a bit jumbled up. So maybe you visualised sort of arranging them to see we've got 4 x's and 5 ones. 4x plus 5. So we're going back to our input and output machine now. So I'm going to put x into the machine. And I'm going to multiply it by 2. And that's going to give me an output. So pause the video. Have a think for yourself, what could the output be? It might help if we visualise the x as one of the cubes. So if we multiply that by 2, we'd have 2 x's. So the output would have been 2x. Okay, one for you to think about now. What about dividing? Pause the video, can you work out the outputs? Let's have a look at the first one then. So 2x goes into the machine, I divide it by 2, and out I would get would be x. It was the inverse of the machine we just looked at. What about 8x? Well, no, 8 divided by 4 would be 2, so 8x divided by 4 would be 2x. What about this one? X divided by 2. It's not as easy this time. It's like saying half x. But I could write it as x over 2. So then, we've got some expressions like we just had there. How would I write these as division sentences? Pause the video. Have a think for yourself first. Well, the first one, y over 4, is the same as y divided by 4. You might be getting the hang of it now. This one would be p divided by 7. And this last one would be 2r divided by 6. That's also the same as writing it as r divided by 3. They're the same thing. A bit like simplifying a fraction.
Okay, have a go at the worksheet you've been sent. And also, these are all the questions here that you can have a go at. So you're using pictorial here to see. So the green block equals x and the red square equals 1. Write some expressions here. And also don't forget to have a go at learning by questions.